And so I had, over the last few weeks, I started to have a downward trend in my mood. And I don't know if any of you relate to that. It had to do with the pandemic, being locked down for so long. You know, I've been out of my house for 5 months. For those of you who don't know, I had a house fire, and that caused me to have to move away from my house. All sorts of little things like that happen. So the first thing when you're trying to deal with changing your mood is to understand that you're in one. The number one thing that you can do is to accept it, right? Own your mood. Be able to say to yourself, you know, I'm in a funk and I know it. And it's really important that that is your first step. You can understand that we've all had our fair share of being in lockdowns, and we've had snow here. I don't do snow well. I've had some minor health issues, and I wasn't achieving certain goals that I wanted to achieve. So all in all, it started to pile up, and that was my mood created by my perception of what was going on around me. You're all quite clear about that. So number one, I need to own my stuff, which I did. Number two is know that this is your stuff. And if you keep on doing the same things, you are not going to get better. Does that make sense? If you're in some sort of routine and you're continuing that routine, why would anything change? Know that you need to make a change. All right? So this routine has caused you to start going into the vortex, as I call it. So carrying on this routine can only have one result. So the trick is to know you're going to have to change something, and that's okay. And to know that you and you alone are responsible for changing your mood. True? You and you alone are responsible for changing your mood, your feelings, right? That's your job, not somebody else's. Now, the third step I wanted to tell you about, I don't know if this is ringing any bells with anybody, but we'll discuss it in a second. The third step is that I do is I listen to my excuses. Do any of you relate to that one? Because I've got more excuses than most people. And, I was thinking about the fact that I was feeling down and nobody really contacted me a lot. And and it was, then I blamed the pandemic, and then I blamed my friends, like they should be contacting me. And then I got into that. I wonder if any of you relate to this one. Well, they don't really care about me anyway, because otherwise they would have, been in contact. And I was listening to all these things, and I'm going, really? Boy, that's victim, if ever I heard it. And so step number 4, and you know this because you've been around a long time. Step number 4, what can I do? Not what I can't do. What can I do? And I just said, okay, fine. If I let go of all my excuses and just work on me, what can I do to change my my relationship with my friends at the moment? And the number one thing I decided was, due to being sick, due to all sorts of the snow and all, I hadn't seen my neighbor for nearly a month. And she makes me laugh. And I decided I'm going to go and visit her. So the first thing that I did was make a decision. I was going to go and visit her. And then there was my friend that, you remember, her husband died around Christmas time. And I thought, I really need to see her. And I decided to immediately, this is step 5, book an appointment, right? When I say book an appointment, but have you noticed that if you actually have an appointment with somebody, you're inclined to keep it? But if you think, well, I'll try and do that on Monday, you can put it off. But if you know that you've booked it and somebody else is expecting you to do something, you're more likely to do it. So number 5 step is book it. So what I did was I said, I'm going to be in the area on Thursday. And if you'd like a pickup game of Scrabble, let me know. She immediately wrote back and said, "Oh, I would love that." And that, by the way, immediately changed my mood.